Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are back with Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. This is issue number 5 of The Last Halloween. After a small break that we've had recently in Last Halloween releases. I guess this is specifically to coincide with Valentine's Day, but it came out way after Valentine's Day, so whatever.
I mean, it still came out in February. Part of me's wondering if by chance they might be, I don't want to say they're running behind, but...
Oh, they might be, because Jeff Loeb is also doing Hush 2 coming out.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Hush 2 was...
Hattush, I believe, is how we should be saying it.
Hush 2 closing this current volume of Batman, right?
Yeah, which is absolutely insane to think about. That still blows my mind. But also, Matt Fraction is taking over Batman, and I'm so excited about that. Yes. So that's gonna be great. But Last Halloween.
This is Prisoners. This
Prisoners.
is.
I love the Tim Sale cover they chose for this one. Just a fantastic Joker piece. But we have on art for this one, Bill Sikowicz, who is fascinating. Who's an artist I've been a fan of for a very long time, and this is not a style that I'm super familiar with him doing. I'm also just more used to like a lot of his like older like 70s and 80s stuff. So this is very different for me to see him doing, and it looks fantastic. It's this weird sort of surreal, like scratchy kind of art that he's doing to portray specifically the Joker as a character that I really, really love. We're picking up pretty much where we left off with Joker outside of Arkham, with a bunch of inmates having escaped because of Robin having interrogated Calendar Man, and alongside this, we get a bunch of great scenes with the Gordon family. And I'm trying to now remember what all of the past Valentine's Day issues of like Long Halloween and Dark Victory did, because Long Halloween was specifically focused on the Poison Ivy stuff, and we had, if I remember right, with Gordon, it was there's a great little thing between him and his wife there. Dark Victory, it's been a little longer since I've looked back on that one, but I do remember that was specifically about Bruce and Selina's relationship.
Yeah, and I want to say, I believe that's where Bruce and Selina goes. It's where Selina goes to Italy.
Yeah. But here, oh god, these Gordon scenes broke me. Oh my god, I feel so bad for my man. I love him.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Like, it's almost, it feels like Loeb overall with Last Halloween is musing on cycles in a way. Like, this is the third time Loeb has been drawn to do the Halloween like the holiday cycle.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the second time Barbara Gordon Sr. has tried to make this relationship work, and it doesn't. This time mainly because the kidnapping of James Gordon Jr.
It has really strained their relationship, and you see that completely come to a breaking point here. These scenes just really tore me up inside, and god, I love skipping sort of like a lot toward the end of the issue with this scene here. It's 22 of the digital issue. That one fucking panel that Sikowicz draws of Gordon's face in the middle there, how it just all the color drains from it towards the bottom. One of my favorite panels, I think, in this entire run so far in Last Halloween. It is phenomenal.
I mean, it's all great Bill Sikowicz art. Like, that's that's his style. It's great. This has been, again, this is one of those things. Having a different artist each issue has really helped make this story work and be more than just kind of repeating some old favorites, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, not to say that the story itself is even doing that, because Loeb, it has so much more to say about the story that he's writing than I think one might imagine. But like it looks phenomenal. It looks phenomenal because of these artists, and they're very much complimenting what Loeb is doing here with his work. So
yeah, I mean, Loeb was also clearly not interested in just, we need to do each villain an issue, because we haven't really done that, and we won't really be doing that. Like, this is the Joker's issue.
Technically, I mean, these plotlines are really overlapping because we have we have our main characters like sort of focusing on all our villains that are broken out here. We see like Penguin, Mad Hatter, Scarecrow specifically. We see Batman taking down. We get a lot on our FBI agents here. Gordon sort of going up against them because the bat signal is repaired here. We see. I love this scene where our holiday killing for this one is an attack on the Joker and these FBI agents, killing our two FBI agents and leaving the car there. Gordon still surviving, obviously, but we also get a fantastic fear toxin sequence from our Scarecrow Batman confrontation. That, I mean, it makes me really happy that Psycho X is the guy on this issue, because probably one of the best Scarecrow fear toxin sequence I've seen drawn in anything. It's so fucking good.
I mean, it's perfect. Oh my god, Loeb. I feel like Loeb has had this. I'd like to do a story about early Dick Grayson in him for a while, like in a way that wasn't just Dark Victory. Because, like, don't get me wrong, Dark Victory, fantastic. I love it to bits, and it's about Dick Grayson becoming Robin. But this is okay. Now we have Robin. What does that do to Bruce Wayne as a character? Like, it means, oh god, this kid dying is probably my biggest fear.
Yeah, I love the way this fear toxin sequence really kicks off with doing a dark reflection, as if this thing could get darker, a darker reflection of the death of the Waynes, with Batman and Catwoman in the role of Thomas and Martha, and Robin in the role of little Bruce Wayne. It is haunting. I truly love it. It looks amazing. I also want to say I love this. I love the way that Psycho X draws Batman facing off against Joker right before this sequence really kicks off. Really drawing Batman. It very much reminds me of I think what Chris Nolan was trying to go for in that great scene in Batman Begins, when Scarecrow sees Batman with the fear toxin in him. You know, the scene I'm talking about. If you can make Batman look terrifying from someone else's perspective, I think it makes that scene like really, really effective. But we do cure Batman. He finds that behind all this we do have a lead on Poison Ivy, which I'm assuming will lead us into the next issue.
We also really haven't talked about Dick Grayson's role in this issue, because, like, Bruce is, once again, like he seems to do, Bruce Wayne may have seasonal effectiveness disorder because he keeps isolating always around this time of the year, and he's pushing Dick Grayson away.
And, like, you know, you can see why, you can understand why, but it all stems back to what this issue is so specifically tapping into for Bruce as a character, which is his fear of losing anyone else that he's close to. The fact that he's let Dick Grayson in is a huge step for him, and he's still having a hard time adjusting with that. It's so good. I love it. Like I said, I love that last scene where Barbara leaves Gordon. Also, somewhat relevant to our current readings for the main podcast for Fresh Ace Comics, check out our upcoming episode on that. I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
That'll be interesting. Can't wait to talk about that. But then we have Joker being put away. We end our issue then with Grundy, or not Grundy. Or seeing Grundy in the end, but Gilda finding Harvey Dent once again. Being brought to him by the surgeon that operated on Harvey the night that he was attacked by Sal Maroni. There is this hint at the end here on this last page as we find Two-Face still being bodyguarded by Grundy. The idea that Two-Face does not know who Gilda is in this last moment, that the idea that the Two-Face personality is taking over, and he calls her Mrs. Dent. Very fascinated by that. Very excited to see where that'll go.
Which is, again, interesting. So I will say, I reread Dark Victory, actually, about a month ago. Nice. I love it. I reread it in between because I was like, yeah, you know what? I wanna read something, and I'm like, it's interesting because Two-Face, like the Two-Face side of Harvey, does know who Gilda Dent is. So I'm curious with what we're implying here. I'm
That's
very
true.
curious.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
also we're very much implying that Two-Face is Holiday because he has all the guns,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
So
is a lot. I'm very curious to see what Loeb is doing. I do think what this is next month as well is issue 6 because it's
yeah. We should have it for St. Patrick's Day. I think the idea is we'll be skipping 2 more months at some point in the future.
yeah because it's only a 10 issue.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So and that was I think it's the only reason that we skipped January, because we weren't really doing a anything for New Year's.
New Year's. Yeah.
So that's fine. Yeah, very excited to see where we go from here. I'm loving this so much, and we're halfway through now. So
Oh my
very
gosh,
excited
we
for that.
are. That's
we're halfway through. I'm also just personally excited. I know you're not reading it for obvious reasons. You're not caught up on current Batman things, but Hush 2 is starting up very soon. So just lots of current Jeff Loeb in my future, and I'm unbelievably excited. I feel like a lot of these stories and a lot of the works of Jeff Loeb are what got me into Batman comics when I started reading, and I just in love with this. Absolutely in love with this. It's good. All right, I think that about does it. Check out other Fresh Face one-shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King. Obviously, we cover Batman, the last Halloween. I would say every month. We don't do it every month because it doesn't come out every month. We also cover The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, which is crossing over with a bunch of other X titles now in March.
March we are going to have 8 X-Men one-shots.
Shush, Jacob. If we don't talk about it, they don't exist. And also, I was covering X-Men by Jen McKay, which I was doing solos on for a while. I'm probably not anymore, but those videos are there still if you want to check those out. So, check out the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. We have an episode on Gail Simone Batgirl coming out soon, which I'm very excited about. I'm just unbelievably excited. We're recording that soon, and I just cannot wait. What else? Linktrees, our socials. Oh man, I'm tired. Linktrees, our socials. Follow us, or if you want to follow us, subscribe to the channel, Blood Net Studios, and any all support means the absolute world to us. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan
And Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.